Hi, happy Pride Month. I'm Yvalia. I'm the course leader for Working with Children and Young People Social Pedagogy in the Department for Social Work and Social Care. And I'm also the chair of the Staff LGBTQ Plus Network. I would love it if we were proud all year round, but I do think it's important to have Pride Month. I mean, it was born out of a very important piece of activism, obviously, and it's important not to forget that history. And I think now it's good to kind of celebrate and have all the fun part. But it's equally, significant to remember how Pride actually began, and the journey that we've come on and that we're still on, really, because I think it's important to remember that there's still always work to do, and Pride shines a spotlight on that, on our successes, but also on the things that we still have to get done. I think it's definitely much more of a kind of mainstream event now, which is obviously very different from how it was, in its inception. And that's, there's both positives and negatives to that. But what I think is good is that it's so well known now, and that actually lots of organisations like ours, like Kingston University, fully support and get behind the celebration and the month. When I set the network up, it's not because I wanted to be chair, actually. It's just because I wanted there to be a network and to be a member. So it's something that I was not expecting to be kind of running. But I do feel like, given we've been in a pandemic for the last year and a bit, it has gone well. We do have a great membership. Although we haven't been able to meet in person yet, we're planning our first in-person meeting very soon, so that will be good. And actually, we've achieved a lot. I mean, the most important thing I would say is getting Kingston University to join the Diversity Champions programme with Stonewall. We have 2 meetings a month, and one of those is completely kind of informal and just a kind of supportive space for people to just chat and have a laugh and some light relief, basically. And then one is a bit more formal, where we talk about, things like the Diversity Champions programme, things like Pride, attending the march, things like the trans policies at Kingston University, lots of other kind of, slightly more formal business, I guess, in terms of progress that we would like to see happen at Kingston University. And one thing that for me is really important is actually engaging with the other networks, because I think one thing we need to look at more is intersectionality, and stop kind of pigeonholing identities in a very clear-cut way, and think about the work that we're doing with EDI in a much more holistic way and kind of rounded way. So that's where I think we're going next. In terms of linking with other staff networks, it's probably worth mentioning UK Black Pride, whose theme is love and rage, and that's Friday 2nd of July and Sunday 4th of July. So we're going to be working with the staff BAME network to think about how we can get involved in that. And please do have a look at their website, which is ukblackpride.org.uk. People should join because you can get as involved or as not involved as you like. If you want to be a kind of low-key member that turns up once in a blue moon, just for some support for whatever reason, then that's fine. Or if you want to get super involved in kind of policy changes and, equality, diversity and inclusion work at the university in the broader sense, then you can also do that. And then, we have the kind of obvious things as well as, get-togethers, which will soon become in person. We have, seminars and workshops and kind of talks and training sessions. So during History Month, we had Opening Doors, which is a charity based up in North London that work with older LGBTQ plus people. And we also did a podcast. So one of my colleagues, actually, Dr. David Nilsson, did a podcast with Queer Talk. So we have some quite fun and kind of random and interesting things going on. We've also launched our own Instagram account, and the handle is @Kingston_STTB for Stand Tall, Think Big. So if you'd like to follow us, please do. So if you'd like to join, please email standtallthinkbig@kingston.ac.uk.